Hello, this is a video of how to set up restrictions for the iPhone on iOS 13. So first what you want to do is go to your settings app, which is this little gear icon. Once you're in there, you're going to go down to ScreenTime. You click on that, and ScreenTime will show you your daily average of how long your screen time is and what apps are being used. And you got four sections here. So you got downtime, app limits, always allowed, and content and privacy restrictions. So if you want to restrict anything, this is where you are going to do it. So downtime. Downtime is you can have certain apps turn off after a certain time limit. So if we turn that on, we can say every day from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. So once that is on, then all the apps that are not allowed to run will turn off at 7 p.m. So if you have a teen or a person who is always on their phone, this will tell them that their time is done and it will shut down their apps. So where do you set that? So you can go to app limits, and let's say I want Instagram to be down and I want downtime for 1 hour every day. So limit, let's just make it 1 minute every day. And this does sync between devices. So if your teen has multiple devices, iPad and an iPhone, this will sync across iCloud to multiple devices if you ask it to. And then you can add more limits. So you can say all social networking. So I'm just going to say all social networks. Next. Give them 1 minute and say add. So now all apps under social networking, so that is Messenger, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all those social apps will get limited. So after about 1 minute, these should go ahead and die pretty soon. So I'll just go through more settings. So the app limit, that's where you can actually say what apps will shut down. Always allowed is the opposite. So if you have downtime turned on, this will say when downtime is allowed. Let's just read this. Always allowed apps are available during downtime, or if you select the all apps and categories app limit. So basically, you don't want your teen's phone to completely lock down when their phone goes to sleep and their time goes out. So if you set a limit and say, okay, after 10 p.m., they cannot use their phone, messages, Facebook, and Maps, or FaceTime and apps. And what happens at 10:01 and they need to use their phone to call someone in case of emergency? So you don't want that. So here is where you can set the apps that will remain open. So right now I've got the phone, I can still text, I can do FaceTime and Maps. And you might want to add something like maybe the App Store, maybe the Bible app, maybe the calculator, maybe a calendar. You know, the things that a lot of people need. You don't ever want them to shut down. But, there's some apps that you're like, yeah, those can be shut down. So that is how you prevent certain apps if you just tell a whole category to be shut down. And then here we are in content and privacy restrictions. You can turn off iTunes and App Store purchases. Under there, you can not allow your teen to install apps. You can not allow them to delete apps, and you can not allow them to do in-app purchases. So if you are worried about them just installing any type of apps, you can say don't allow, and that will actually take away the App Store completely. And anytime they need you to install a new app, you just go into here, tell it allow, you leave the app, you go into so there's the App Store. I go back in, and say it kicked me back out, and go in there. Let's say don't allow, no App Store. So I go back in, iTunes app purchases, I say allow, so that is back. I can stop them from deleting apps, and then I can not allow them to do in-store purchases or in-app purchases. So if they have a game that is free but has them buying extra tokens or something, or lives or whatever, you can stop that. So they can download whatever they want, they're just not allowed to spend money. And you can also require a password. So you can add a password in, so those can be password protected. Requires a password for additional purchases after making them with the email. All right, so allowed apps. So these are the apps that can be turned on and turned off. So these are the default apps that appear on your iPhone when you don't install anything. Mail, Safari, FaceTime, Camera, Siri, Wallet, AirDrop, CarPlay, iTunes, Bookstore, Podcast, News, and Health. If you do not want your teen accessing the web through a web browser, turn it off. If you don't want them accessing the Mail app, turn it off. If you don't want them being able to airdrop to people or people to airdrop to them, turn it off. So for most teens, what I would do is turning off Safari, because their apps will still work even with Safari. So if they have something like a Facebook app that connects to the internet, they can still access Facebook, not through Safari, but through the Facebook app. So that is what I will do. And if anytime you need to use Safari, you just go back into here, turn it on, use it for whatever you need to, like to authenticate anything, and then once you're done, you turn it back off and you can give back the phone to them. And that is about it. The only other thing is, so here's the shared share across devices. If you turn that on, all your iCloud devices will share it. And then using ScreenTime passcode. Use a passcode to secure ScreenTime settings and to allow for more time when time is expired. But if you turn on a screen passcode, I just say 0000. So if I try to change any of this now, it should not let me through. Yep. So as the teen, if I wanted to try to change my own settings, I could not do that because I want to change restrictions. So here I am, I could get in through there and nope, I'm blocked. So I cannot allow apps, but you as the parent or as the guardian, you have this passcode, and this can be any passcode you want. Just make sure you remember it, because if you forget it, your teen will not be super happy when they move out and are responsible. That is about it. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you out.